Hello friends, welcome to the video number 16 for the Python 3 series, and this is the video number 3 for lists. Right, we started 2 videos ago, but there is a lot of material to cover about lists. So if you didn't watch the 2 previous videos, please go back, watch first video 14, then 15, and then come back to this one. And well, again, I have a list of 26 things that I need to cover, and we have covered, um, let me see, 15. So it's still like 10 or 11 more to cover. So hopefully I can finish in this video. Um, we were seeing in the last video how to remove elements, and the last thing we saw is how to use the delete function. So now we're gonna say, okay, we're gonna name the variable that contains my list. In this case, is numbers, and we're gonna say we're gonna give it a slice. In this case, remember we're position 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to get rid of these 3 elements inside of the list. So I'm gonna say, okay, from position 3 to position 6, and that's gonna be my slice. Remember, to make a slice we use a colon. And then we're gonna say, okay, what we want uh, to do with this, we want to convert it to an empty list. I'm confusing a lot lists with the string, sorry. uh, an empty list, and basically what is gonna remove these 3 elements. So let's save this, run it. So here it is, we got from a 4 to oh well, here is the original 6, 9, 8. So we go from 4 to the other 4. And if we want to go from the beginning of the list, we can put a 0 in here, or we can just leave it empty. So it's from the beginning up to the position number 6. So it's going to remove everything, and it starts on the 4. And of course we can do it the other way, start on 3 and then go all the way until the end, right? So I just get the first 3 elements, that's it. And I can completely empty my list just by putting just the column, right? So it's from the beginning to the end, make it an empty list. And well, we get our empty list. And now the last way to remove actually is all the elements from the list like we did here, but we're gonna say numbers dot, we're gonna use dot, we're gonna use another method, is clear. And you see it says remove all items from list. So save this, run it, and again we get an empty list. Okay, so that covers all the ways to remove elements from the list. Again, we started on video 15, we're ending now, and now we need to cover how to get the position of an element in a list, and we're going to use another method. That method is the index. So it tells us, okay, what is the value that you're looking for, where you want to start, and where you want to stop. The start and the stop are actually optional, so you can just give the value. In this case, let's use the 6 again. We know it's in position number 3, so we're gonna say, okay, just find me the value 6, and print that. So it's in position number 3. You have that 6 that you're looking for. Now, again, we can. Let me see. I have another 6 right here. No. Well, let's use the 5. Okay, let's use the 5, and we can do this again. And it tells, okay, position number 0. Okay, that's fine, but I want to know if I have another 5. So I'm gonna give it a starting position. Of course, if I give it a 0, it's gonna return again the 0, right? So I know I have a 5 in position number 0, but so let's start looking from position number 1. So in position number 9 we have another one. We can go or start from position number 10. Position number 13 there is another one. Position number 14. Until finally we get to an error and says there is no 5 on the list. So the last one is in position number 13, and then there are no more uh, 5s on the rest of the list. And well, of course, we can narrow this from, let's say, position, look between position 2 and position, I don't know, 6. And well, again, between positions 2 and 6, there are no 5s, so we get this error. Okay. Um, Now we can also say, okay, how many times I have a number 5 in my list by using the count. What is the value that you wanna find? Okay, the value number 5. So you have 3 number 5s in that list. Um, okay, that's count. Now let's see how we can change an element. And let's say numbers. And we're gonna say, well, again, let's go with that number 6, position number 3. Now I want you to make, we already saw how to make this an empty list, right? To remove that number 6. But now we would just want to replace it again with a number 0. So now we have the 0 right here. And well, we can also change a slice, position 3 to position 6. Save this and run it and see what we get. So we removed 6, 9, and 8, and we replace it with a 0 right here. And of course we can put again more than one element, 0, 1, 2, 3, right? So 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the way we can replace or change elements in the list. And well, we are finally getting to the end or the finish line on this 3 videos about lists. So the first thing I want to cover is well, it's actually element number 23 in my list, is how to order elements by using the sort method, right? And again, let's see here, we can use also like a reverse. We can sort it in reverse. For by default is a false. So if we just do it like this, we're gonna get it sort in ascending from, let's say, from 1 to 9 in this case. But of course we can say reverse equals true, and now we get it in descending order from 9 to 1. Now, not to get confused, we can also reverse but without sorting, so just go straight to reverse. Well, you know what, I think probably it's gonna be clearer if we use the inner planets. Save this and run it. So now you can see we have the list but backwards, right? It starts in the 4th element, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st one. We're not sorting, we're just reversing the order of the list. Now we're gonna make a copy. Ah. And the way to copy is just say numbers dot copy. But of course, we're gonna create a copy. Now you can see copy again is also not a reserved word, so we can actually use it as a name for my variable. So let's print numbers, but first let's do something. Let's do numbers dot pop just to make it different from copy, and then we're gonna say print copy. So here we have, remember we printed first the numbers, but in numbers we apply the pop method, so we're removing the very last one. So here we don't have the 9, but in the copy we are gonna have the 9 because, well, we copy it first and then we apply the pop method just to numbers but not to copy. Okay, and well, the very last thing we're gonna see, or I just want to mention, is that let's call this a mix. We can actually mix different lists, or lists with different type data types. We can say even here 9.9, 7.7. So here we have a list with integers and floating point numbers. This is a list with only strings. So we can concatenate these two lists, and of course we didn't print it, so print mix. So we can have a list with strings, integers, and floating point numbers. Everything mixed up in my list. There is no restriction in Python. We can totally do this, and it's completely fine. Okay, so that's it. Finally, after 3 videos and a lot of tripping with my tongue and confusing lists with the strings, finally we're done. We have covered a lot of things and items on lists, but they're very, very useful, very important. So 3 videos, there you go, a little bit more than 10 minutes each video. So I need to take to catch my breath. So I hope, as usual, that you find this video useful. Um, Thanks all of you for your time, for watching these videos. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And well, I hope to see you on the next video.